Okay. Okay. So today, I'm going to explain how real time, how we can do the real time projects. Okay, and how to survive once you get the job. Okay, so that we will discuss today because I can see we have only less resources today. I mean, audience here, and it is very difficult, right? If we miss something, there is a chances to miss other people also, right? So what we do, we will discuss other topic today. And meanwhile, I'll ask first, few questions. Let me go one by one. Okay, Madan, did you install the DBT and have you started practicing on the DBT? Madan, you are on mute if you are speaking. Hello, we cannot hear you, Madan. Have you installed and practicing DBT or still you have not yet installed? Okay, so I don't get any response from Madan. Okay, Manohar, I know you are practicing. How about Vanilla? No, I cannot hear you, Madan. Hmm. Okay, Vanilla, how about you?
Yes, sir, I am practicing mod models and seeds, sir.
Okay, very good. And when you are practicing this model and sheets, okay, you need to differentiate between these two topics. Okay, so two topics in the sense model is the one subject area and seeds are one subject area. Okay, model what it does, it will run the query, but seeds it will load the, I mean, it will load the data into a table. Okay, small size of the data. But you need to see what is the difference between model and the seeds. That is very important. Hmm? Okay, so that you need to look for differentiate and when in which situation we will use the model and in which situation we will use the seeds. The difference you need to understand. Because that will help you to run a project. Okay, if you don't know what is the difference between the seeds and model, then you will never understand. Okay, so whenever for example you have a file, hmm, and you want to load the file from I mean file to table, then can we use the model to execute? Means yes, you can use the model, but you have to create a seed first. Why? Because seed is the base to load the data from file to table. Okay, and that seed you can call under model. That way we can. So if you want can we, I will search here. If you see, let me open new tab. Okay, mm, can we call seeds in model and DBT? Okay, if you see. Okay, mm. So this is very important. You need to practice like this. Okay, so if you see, just what I have, my question is, can we call seeds in model in DBT? Okay, but you created a seed. Can we run that in? Means yes. Okay, so certainly DBT. Okay, so you can indeed reference seeds in your within in your model. Okay, let's explain. So okay, so just this answer is enough for me. Okay, so particularly where it gone, this answer, right? This answer is enough. Why? Because I got the answer for my question. So it means you can create a seed. So you need to understand what is the seed and where we use the seed, and what is the model, right? In model, what we have practiced earlier is we have practiced earlier to run the SQL queries, and even we have seen seeds. Okay, why we use to load the data file data from the file to table. So this differences we have seen, right? So now you need to differentiate, and when already we know some of the difference, and how we can call my seeds into a model, that also very important. Okay, so this way if you practice, right, and in interview also it is easy for you to answer. Okay, because in real time maximum you are going to use the you are going to use like this only. Okay, so if you see here, suppose you have a seed file name country code.csv, okay, with the columns country code and a blah blah. Okay, to load this seed, what you will do, you will be running seeds, right, as a DBT seed and a particular table name. Okay, but that if you want to run that, what will happen in model, then you need to create a model here. SQL query, select star from reference country code. Like this, you need to give. Then when you run this, right, what will happen? Actually, in this will run under model. First, what it does, it will run under model and it is redirect to seeds. Okay, then it will execute the data. I mean, load the data into a file. So this is the reference. Okay, how we can run means this is the reference. So that you need to understand. That is very important. If you practice like this, then only you can able to achieve anything. Anything in the sense in this project you can because sometimes you need to call like this so that it is easy for you to understand. So now first step what you need to do, step one is the requirement. For example, okay, the requirement is load the data into table into a table and run the sheets via model. This is my requirement. Why we need to run via model, that also we will discuss. Okay. So here you have a requirement is load the data uh, file. Okay, file into a table. So this is, it means you need to differentiate. Okay, I have a two requirements here. One is load the data from file to a table and run via model. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to create a seed first. Okay, it means you need to upload that file, right? So you have to upload that file. Once you upload that file, upload instance, you need to run that, you need to call it, right? So you have to keep that in seed model. And then step two, what you have to do, you have to write a code. What code? This is select star from open curly braces and then okay, a reference country code. When you run this one, what will happen? This will execute and it will load it into a table. Okay, so like this your country code will be created under table, in which table you are going to use, that either it is a snowflake, either it is a redshift, databricks, anything. So see how much easy it was. They have our DBT, build this. Otherwise, you will have many steps to process actually. Okay, this one. So like this, you need to practice. That is very important for you. And Mansura, how about you? Have you?
Hello.
Yeah. Have you?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Have you started practicing on the DBT?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So make sure you are practicing model and seeds. Okay. Everything one by one. Okay, that is very
Okay, sir.
important. Yeah. Hmm? Okay. Okay. So as I mentioned, right, today I'm not going to discuss on this subject because we have a less audience now. Okay. So I will explain how we can work in the real time. Okay, that I will explain. This is very useful when you enter into IT. Okay. Okay. Now, generally, okay. So even yesterday, Raghu also asked the same question. Okay, but he didn't join because he's having some work actually. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. There will be two models. Okay. Once you enter into the IT, okay, you will have a agile model. Okay, agile model and a waterfall model. Agile model is nothing but waterfall model only. Okay, continue it flows, right? Water also it continuous flows. And there will be two types actually. Agile model and water model is something, there is something other name, I don't remember exactly. But that model means agile model or waterfall model. Okay. hmm, These two are very important. So in sometimes in interview also they may ask, are you working on the agile model? Which model you are working? They may ask a question like this also. So in this case, this difference is okay. Agile model means generally if any development once you start, right, okay, there will be a requirement. They will break it down days. Okay, you have some requirement uh, is to load the data into a file. Okay, file to table. Okay, and then after loading into table, then transformations. Okay, transformations, and then again do the some transformation. Okay, again some transformations, and then finally load the data into fact table. So something like this you have steps. So and what you will be doing, you will be loading this file first from table to file to table, and this will you will push to SIT. Once you do the testing, okay, you will push this to testing. So your requirement is first to load the data into a table. Then what you do, file to table, you will do the mapping and all, and you push that to SIT. Once SIT is done, again you push to UAT. Yes, if it is done, then you will be pushing to production. Okay, production. So here, this is very simple, file to table loader. And here, once you've done the development and done the unit testing, you have to do the unit testing as well here. Once you do the unit testing, then you need to raise a ticket to push that into SIT. And here tester will be tested this. Okay, tester, he will do the testing, and in case if there is any bugs, if there is anything, he will identify, he will revert back to the developer will be here. Hmm? Okay, once this tester completed, he will give the sign off. Okay, so once he sign off on this file to table, then user, we will push that to user UAT. Okay, user acceptance testing. Once here the user tested, he will also provide the sign off. Mandatory. Okay, once you get the sign off from the UAT, okay, then the code will be moved to production. And here data will be loaded every day. And generally, okay, and it will load the data every day. And as well as parallelly, what you do, you will be loading because you need to do some transformations, okay, applying the SCD type 1, type 2, that also you need to take care here. Okay, it is just not the loading the data file to table. Including that, you have to do at least a basic SCD type 1, type 2, something like. So for that, once you load the data into table, again table 2, okay, instead of transformations, for example, what you do, you first implement the SCD type 1. Okay, SCD type 1 means what? Means again it's a slowly changing dimension. Okay, so maybe almost you people know this slowly changing dimension. These are all comes under data warehousing concepts. Okay, so if you don't know, then either you can go and search in Google. Okay, calling out the data warehouse. Okay, data warehouse concepts. Hmm? Concepts. So this will help you to understand what is SCD type 1, type 2, type 3. Okay. So here you will be building the logic to identify the update record and to identify unique record. Here you build that logic. Okay. And once you build the logic, you will apply here and you do the testing one by one, everything. Once this testing done, you will be pushing that into production. Okay, once this is moved to production, then parallelly you will be taking the requirement and applying the transformations again. So where will you apply the transformation means, for example, you will have a flow. Okay, first step, load the data from file to table. That is one thing you have done already. And then table to table. Okay, here you will be applying deleting the record in case if there is any match, and table to table. So here after applying delete, you will be inserting the data into a fact table. Okay, this is you have done already. Okay, these three steps you have done, unit testing, and it went to production, and this will be running every day. And after that, Agile method. Okay, in Agile method, what you do, so something like this you will be doing every day. Okay, so once this file to table loaded, and table to table once you deleted, because we are doing the SCD type 1 here, SCD type 1. SCD type 1, what it does actually, it will keep the latest information. Okay, for example, I will show you once we start the this snapshot. In this snapshot, I'll show you the data file to table, table to table, and then you will be performing delete operation. Again, same data you will be loading into fact table. Okay, here this is the workflow, and after that, you this particular requirement changes always. Okay, so you have implemented SCD with the pass through. Means there is no derivation. So after that, what you will do, you will create a one layer called a transformation layer. Okay, here after getting this table, okay, table 1, using the table 1 as a source, waterfall mod, this Agile method, right? So you will be applying the transformation here, and then load the data into a table 2. This table 2, again, what you do, once you get the table 2, then you will be performing the delete operation in fact table. Okay, and then again the same data transformation. Again, what you do, once you do this testing, you will apply again, you will ask a tester to test this again, entire flow, because he wanted to see, already we loaded initially, this you don't require to test, and you do the only this testing. Yes, he will do, but at least once he has to do the bit tested the data here, because this is okay, already he tested, but here he has not tested, right? He will do the testing here again. So by after that, if he get a confirmation, or if you get a confident, yes, data is logics and transmission, then he will provide again SIT, tester will provide the sign off. After getting the SIT sign off, then again we need to ask our UIT team to our business team. UIT team is nothing but business team. Once they do the testing, and again they will provide the sign off for this logic. Okay, and this entire end-to-end flow. Once this guy provided, again we do the MTP. Okay, so here in this Agile method, you will have a continue development and continue MTPs. MTP means move to production. Okay, continue MTPs. MTP sometimes twice. Sorry, 2 weeks. I mean monthly twice you will have. Means after 2 weeks, you may do the MTP. Depending on the urgency, depending on your requirement, and you push that into production. Okay, that is Agile method. And there is a one more method. Whether it is a what? Okay, so I'll show you difference between. This is very important actually. Difference between Agile method, Agile model, and a waterfall model. See, you see here a spiral model and iterative model. You can see the differences. Okay, used software development life cycle SDLC. Okay, hence it is a very common to face the dilemma: waterfall model or Agile model. Which one to this waterfall and Agile model? Let us see the differences. Okay, let's see here. Okay, you can see the difference. So Agile is flexible and iterative, emphasizing continuous feedback and adoption. As I explained, right? Okay, so that is work is divided into sprints. Sprint is nothing but one topic. Okay, so as I explained here, we will be differentiating first these things, right? For the same requirement, we will divide it into multiple tasks. Okay, so generally what we do, we will have a Jira, Jira, or you can track into. Okay, what we do, our team they will be using the Jira, and but we are using Excel. Okay, to track what is the requirement we have, what is the how many resources are there, and each resource, and what is the priority, and what is the ETA, expected time. Okay, so that we will define there, and according to the assigned person, he has to work on the intimate to team leader manager, right? So that we can help in the by solving these things. So the basic model, the basic thing you need to know how to write a query, how to write a models. So this subject knowledge you should have. Okay, if you have able to convert that into a logic, then it is a problem for you only, right? So that will give you bigger problem because you will not able to complete your task. Then tomorrow your manager or lead will ask what is the status. Then you will not have any answer. Okay, typically lasting 1 to 4 weeks. Okay, team deliver value to customer or user quickly and frequently. This is what actually priorities and use cases come from the business. Collaboration, ongoing collaboration is essential. It means, yeah, this is, you will have a scrum call every day, morning and evening. So morning we will discuss about the project and what is the status and where you stuck and all, and end of the day you will have one more scrum call. Okay, we will work has been completed till the throughout the day, entire day, and what is pending. Okay, that details we need to fill it up in the Excel, so that we need. So priorities and use cases come from the business, and but Agile team are self-organized and collaboration. So this is the Agile method. And advantages: adaptability and to changes requirement, faster response to customer needs, encourages teamwork and creativity. Limitation: require activity stakeholder involvement, may not suit large and complex project. It means you will have a bigger requirement or something, right? So that time it is very difficult to manage like this, but wherever business needs, right, we need to do immediately. So then Agile method is very important. And waterfall method. So waterfall is a linear and a phase by phase approach. Okay, so process stage completes before the next begins. Okay, requirement are fully documented and upfront. Yeah, sequential and reside. Advantages: clear planning and execution, well suited for stable requirement and a structure process. Okay, so here, okay, so what we do, we will do the MTP. We will first plan. Okay, we will give the plan and we will prepare the document, and then how much time it will take, the estimation also we will. He once he approves, right, then we will start the development, and when has to be started SIT, when has to be started UAT, those things we will predefine. We will give the dates accordingly. We will follow. In case if we are not able, how to inform by saying that we thought this much time, within this time we can able to complete, but due to requirement taking a lot of time to understand, we need some more time. Like this, you need to ask at the end of the day, and time is over, and you are finally coming and saying that it is not we could not able to make it, means it is very difficult for them to manage also. Okay, So that is the reason you have. So this way we need to define. So every project generally agile method means it is also similar. Okay, but here what we do, we will prepare all these things and we quarterly do the MTP or twice 2 months once we do the MTP or monthly once we do the MTP. It will be a proper planned one. Okay, but continue pushing into production and again same task, do that twice, thrice and once till that requirement completed. So this is the waterfall and agile model, waterfall and agile model differences in the real-time work environment. This question also definitely they will ask. Okay, so you guys say that it is a, yeah, we are using waterfall model only, and they may expect currently in our project we are using waterfall model. If they ask, no, we are using agile method, agile model means you can say that, yeah. See, that is not the much of a difference, right? Here also you need to do the development and there also you need to do the development. But only the thing is here you will have a proper documentation, proper planning and everything. There you will get a requirement ongoing, some other changes. So we need to do ongoing changes you will have. It is not like that. For me, there is no difference whether it is a waterfall model or agile model. You need to explain these things in the interview. Okay, that is very, very important to understand. Okay, you will be doing this. So this is very, very important. You need to prepare some test case and you need to execute them. Where you need to execute that test case, how will you execute the test cases means once they will give you the sample. Okay, otherwise you just go and google it the unit test cases, you will get some excel sheets with the definitions. Take that and prepare the, I'll tell you how you are going to write a test case. First point, what are you doing? File to table. So first test case you will be writing file. Okay, first point. Mm whether file received passed or failed. Yes, passed. Hmm. Again, file naming. Okay, file format, that is one. And again, in a file, okay, uh, columns are in sequence and you will be writing pass or fail in case as per the business requirement. Then you might have discussed earlier, right? You will have a column A, column B, column C, column D, like this. But in the file you got to make that as a fail. Okay, like this. Okay, you need to tell pass, fail, pass, fail, pass, fail, and you need to define for a file. And in the file, for the key columns, okay, for the key columns, do we have a nulls or not? Then again, there is prepare a step by step, and whether the file loaded into a table or not. Yes, passed. So that Excel sheet you need to prepare and you need to upload it into, there will be one tool. Okay, so otherwise you need to load manually. So like this, you have to do the unit test cases. That is very, very important actually. Any questions here? Hello, we have 1 minute, so that is the reason I'm asking. Any questions? Okay, so I told you, right, we have a less audience, so I'm not going to explain the topic actually. Okay, so tomorrow let's see. We will discuss on the snapshot. Those three are very important, and it's have its own features. Okay, so if the call disconnected, then there will be no other extension call. So we will discuss tomorrow. But I'll mention that in a group. Okay, saying that no one is joined. Maximum. Okay, Manohar, I am not able to hear you if you are speaking. It will disconnect in a minute actually, within the seconds. Okay then. If you guys are